Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, they waited to the last minute, the very last minute, and the United States has made a decision on the Canada border. So I recently reported out and told everybody, hey, guess what? Canada is going to open the US border for vaccinated Americans on August 9th, and we're opening it up to international travel in September 7th for the rest of the world, provided you're a country that's approved to come to Canada, for vaccinated passengers as well. And now we are waiting on the United States. Is the United States going to reciprocate? Are they going to open their borders like No. No, the Homeland Security came out and said, no, it is extending the lockdown of the borders for both Mexico and Canada until the 21st of August. At such time it may change at that point. However, what they also said was that COVID right now poses an impending and realistic threat to the welfare and the safety of Americans. So it makes me wonder if they are going to start having any kind of restrictions for Americans to cross the border into Canada. Not Canadians going into the United States, but stopping Americans from crossing the border as well, if they just close it down completely to non-essential travel. I haven't been able to see a report on the exact declaration yet, but if you're allowed to come across the Canadian border, normally you don't stop on the American side when you're going across, you stop on the Canadian side to go through customs. You might just see that the American side just closes it up to non-essential travel and says you can't come across. And also, if COVID is a threat right now, with cases at the point where they are and starting to go up, what are the odds of it opening again next month? It seems like right now cases are on the rise with the Delta variant, so it doesn't look like that's going to change. So I'm wondering if that's going to become a normal thing for them to sue. Because this wasn't the CDC who said this. This wasn't the Food and Drug Administration who said this. This was Homeland Security, who has now said, no, we are not opening the borders. We'll look at it again next month. And talk about waiting to the last minute. They announced that this morning. Today's the day it's supposed to expire. So that is literally waiting to the very last second. So if you are a business owner on the border of Canada and you're hoping for some tourism dollars to start coming your way in August, it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon, at least until at least the 21st at the very earliest. And if you're a family member who are hoping that you have a loved one or someone just on the other side of the Canadian border and you're hoping that they could come down to visit you, perhaps on a weekend, or there are married couples on either side of the border waiting for permission to move back and forth and start living with each other on the other side, and they haven't even been able to visit each other for over a year and a half now. And now it's one-sided. American might be able to come across, but a Canadian can't come across. So it could be it's becoming a mess again. Instead of working together, Canada and the United States, remember, United States was the one who was really pressuring Canada, saying, hey, the decision to extend the border closure is ridiculous. They need to step up. We're going to have to, we'll send your people to us and we'll vaccinate them so we can open up the border. Well, we have now vaccinated more people than, as far as by population, right? By percent of population. We have more of our populace in Canada vaccinated than you have in the United States. That's both 1 dose and 2 doses. And we're stretching that mark higher and higher difference every single day. There is still a sharp incline for Canada while there's a level off completely in the United States. So all the pressure now is no longer on Canada. Canada said we're going to do it. So all the politicians in the United States from New York and Maine and places like that who are saying Canada needs to step up and they need to start opening, we even had some senators say that, you know what, the United States should unilaterally open up their side of the border even if Canada doesn't. Well, we've now opened up our border and the United States has now said no, they're not. So you no longer have to try and convince Canadian politicians to open. You need to start telling your own politicians and your own safety people and Homeland Security and the Biden administration and the CDC and the FDA. Those are the ones you now need to convince to open up the borders because Canada's already said they will.